Welcome to Sinful's Horror Stories. Today's video features truly horrifying internet websites. Some of these sites are unfathomable, unrealistic, and unreal. Sit back, relax, stay sinful. Red Room's Human Experiments. You can read an article on the internet or magazines about scary websites. The Red Rooms always occupy the first position. These are basically websites where experiments and tortures are done on animals or humans, by humans, and streamed live, or the clips are put up for sale post-recording. The worst part? You could get in for as low as 0.01 BTC, and the even worse news is, spectators actually control what happens in the rooms. Ergo, there are chat boxes on the sites, and people pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to get things done to the victim. You can, but you shouldn't ever, request a toe or finger to be chopped off, send in the BTC, and your request will be carried out in real time. Or there may be other variations as well. You may be required to prepay and send in your requirements beforehand. Although 90% of the websites claiming to be these are fake, and the actual authentic ones aren't really advertised for obvious reasons. You either need to know the URL by yourself, or you can get invited in by an existing member. Probably that's why most people do not believe in their existence, because hey, even if your friend is on one of these, they won't exactly boast about it with you, will they? WebK. Need creepy? Just visit this website. It will tell you extremely private and personal information about yourself. You know what's creepier? Every website you've ever visited has this information about you. Essentially, the shown information generally includes your location, browser plugins, operating system, battery level, charging status, internet speed, social media accounts, local network, and much, much more. Now, malicious websites collect this data and sell it to the highest bidder. You'd be surprised to know data gathering is a billion-dollar industry. That's exactly why you need a VPN. More specifically, I'd recommend getting NordVPN. I'll tell you why. VPNs have created a data-selling business as well. They claim of not keeping logs, but they actually do and sell and share this data with third parties. NordVPN, on the other hand, proved its no-log policy via an independent third-party audit. When using VPN, websites wouldn't have access to your IP address, location, or other personal data. Hackers Bay. Hire a hacker. Need to get the messages, media files, or just access to your girlfriend's cell phone? Or maybe change your grades on the school system, or DDoS attack a rival's website. These are just some of the tasks Hackers Bay is capable of carrying out. Although in addition, it is also capable of hacking into emails, social media accounts, computers, and websites. Or if there's a more complicated attack or task, they do have a specialized team, as long as you're willing to shell out extra money. Orders can be made by using cryptocurrencies, and need to be placed by manually emailing the team on their official mail ID. Creepypasta. Well, the name explains itself, doesn't it? Although no, you can't order pasta there. Instead, it's a site for stories. Simple. What's creepy about that, huh? The stories. That's what's creepy about it. It deals with horror stories. And let me tell you, they feel very real and well written, almost with a novelist's expertise. Are these stories real? My take on it is no, they're not. They're user-generated and their intention is to scare readers. Just that. But then again, there are people who do believe in these things being real, which if true will make this probably the most creepy website on the list. And even if not, simply going through the stories is enough to give you a chill for life. White enamel. The website is www.whiteenamel.com. Talking of creepy websites, I can't just not talk about White Enamel. This is the total package if you're in for some scary experiences. It's a website which lets you play a click and point game. Sounds fun. It isn't. The environment, first of all, seems totally real, that of an abandoned haunted hospital. Then there's the super creepy music. Simply watching the videos being played will scare the hell out of you. Trust me, I was shook. You can also click on various objects on the screen, such as video recorder, to grab and use it, and so on. Bottom line, if you need a 3D, interactive scary experience, this is it. Try this. Click on part 2 of the game and wait 5 seconds. You'll never go back to this site again. Best gore. Do not click on the above link if you can't bear the sight of bones being sawn through, people being shot in the most brutal ways, or anything similar to that, because that's what Best Gore site is about. You can find extremely graphic video content there, content which will haunt you for days. Although it's not all extreme, and slightly mild content such as people being beaten in public, dangerous real stunts leading to dead are also available. Let me tell you, it's not a red room, because the content isn't created or owned by the site. They just manage to get a hold of the videos, share it with their readers. Ghost Island of Japan, HashimaIsland.com. Have you ever wanted to stroll around a haunted, dead-like zone all alone? If you said yes, although I wish you don't, this is one of the most creepy websites to visit. It lets you enter Hashima Island, a very real place in Japan, and walk around it using Google Street View. Inside Hashima Island, you can select from 5 different locations and walk around. These locations aren't computer generated, but are real, and on the right sidebar you also get information related to the location. Not creepy enough? Get your headphones on. They've made sure they top any list on creepy websites by embedding some really eerie music to the whole thing. Scary for Kids. www.scaryforkids.com. Kids? Well, do not get fooled by the title. Scary for kids, even scarier for adults. That's what their tagline says. Basically, the homepage is like a directory, a compilation of nearly everything we've talked about so far in this list of creepy websites. They've got stories, videos, photos, games, and whatnot, all related to ghosts or paranormal activities. Initially, I thought it's not really creepy and was about to exclude it from the list, but then I stumbled upon some more of their posts, and well, that changed my mind to say the least. X-Rider. Okay, this is taking things too far. I mean, I'm writing this piece around 1:30 in a dark room, and trust me, it was a mistake I opened the site up. It basically has a short video of a blood-stained girl, and even creepier music accompanying it. Looking for a reason not to sleep tonight? Sure, be my guest. All it needs is one click to the website and your sleep is gone, for more than one night, in some cases. Heaven's Gate. The level of creep this website gives you depends on how focused you were when reading what's there. Also, how strongly you believe in heaven, hell, and God. Most of you reading this here probably do believe, and the site forces you to think about doomsday, how Earth was created, why it's going to be destructed soon, and so on. Also, the most creepy part of the website is its last chance to evacuate Earth section. You'll find more topics such as how to transcend beyond humans and whatnot. Bottom line, it is creepy. Survive the outbreak. Interactive games are getting more and more popular on the web. That was the white enamel that we talked about earlier. Survive the Outbreak 2 is similar yet different website. It's interactive, so you get to choose your actions for the characters. The path you take defines what happens next in the game. It can lead to better or worse ends. Either way, it's ghostly horror, and the cutscenes were more than I could handle. The House. Games seem to dominate the web when it comes to creepy websites. Maybe because a passive website may or may not creep us out, but when our actions control what's happening on the screen, well, yeah, it's scary. The House is another of those interactive games, but it's better as far as scaring me goes. It gives us more control over the game. We need to not only choose the path as we survive the outbreak. Instead, we need to choose clues, understand them, and proceed likewise with the house, which makes it more fun and creepy. The Cell is yet another game creepy enough to ruin your nights. The primary point which interested me here was its ability to connect the game to real life. Basically, the player wakes up in the cell with no knowledge of the past. Then there are calls. You have to listen to the voice at the other end of the phone, take the hints, and make your way out. The thing is, the music, the environment, and especially the phone calls are so realistic. I actually started getting scared picking up my real-life calls. So the game kind of remains with us even when we close it. This is a very distinct and remarkable feature I've never seen with any of the other creepy websites we've talked about so far. The Last Meals Project. The thought of dead people alone is enough to shake me up. Yeah, I'm a weak-hearted person. But the Last Meals Project takes it one notch further and gives us the mugshots of people on the death row and their last meals. In my experience, just knowing that none of the people whose photos I'm staring at are alive anymore is creepy enough. In addition, the pictures of their last meals, knowing this is the last time they tasted food, just adds to the experience. It also gives us a closer perspective on life. It's strange, but I personally started taking the small things seriously after visiting it. For example, bathing, looking at my parents, and definitely taking a meal. 'Cause what if it is your last? Plane crash info. Unfortunately, the info provided isn't informative. Rather, it's the last words from plane crashes. Like the Last Meal Project listed above, this website too lets you hear and read the last words of people before their planes crashed. In my experience, most of the content there was text only, and I couldn't find any audio files. It, however, could be an internal glitch within the system. The last words are organized based on the date of the crash, name of the airline, and flight number. Crashes that are as recent as 2010 are available. Detailed reports of the accident, probably causes, and other information is available as well. The homepage has other plane crash reports as recent as 2019. Death date. I doubt there's anything creepier than death. Is there? If you agree there isn't, this site is literally the epitome of creepiness. The site has a ghastly look to begin with, and has no disclaimer anywhere, saying it's just for fun. So what if the owner is some kind of black magician and can actually predict deaths? Anyway, the site comprises of a form which needs to be filled out. Details such as name, age, sex, height, weight, and etc. The data isn't stored. It auto-converts the entered data into a more easily recognizable form. So feet is converted to centimeter, and pounds into kilograms. Be fooled not. The form is smart enough and doesn't take unrealistic data, a height of 1,000 feet, for example. You can also specify if you're addicted to one of the 3 death stimulants: cigarettes, alcohol, or drugs. Death is calculated in 3 types of death: neutral, optimistic, and pessimistic. The date of your death, along with the stopwatch counting down to the last second, is shown. A bar also shows how much of a user's life has passed. In a nutshell, despite we knowing it's a joke, try entering your name, looking at the timer, and tell me it doesn't creep the death out of you. Thank you guys for watching and listening. Please be sure to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe for future content. I need stories or this channel will not continue. Email your true scary stories to thesinfulsavant@gmail.com. I'll leave a link to my email in the description box below as well. Till we meet again, stay sinful.